Hey everyone, it's Dave here from Band of Badgers. We have co-host Steve. I forgot to mention Steve in the previous video, so I'm going to mention Steve several times now. Steve. Steve is
To make up
co-host.
for it.
Yeah, there he is, Steve. So, this is our mystery unboxing. We do a load of these live. We have our live impromptu studio audience who are going to ask loads of questions. Thank you for joining us. If you're watching us on YouTube, thank you very much. If you have any questions, use the comments below, but don't expect an immediate reply because it's not live. You're watching a pre-recorded show. But we are going to be talking about, as you saw the title, that's why you're here. This is Epic Encounters Hive of the Ghoul-kin. This is the current one that's out. There's a new one coming, which is about like crab people.
But crab people and dragon turtles.
Yes, but this is Hive of the Ghoul-kin. Now we don't have the boss version. We only have this one because there's a reason we have this. Because next week, starting next Thursday, we're going to be doing a brand new limited series of the Great British Brush Off. And we've changed the title. It's not called the Great British Brush Off. It's called the Epic British Brush Off. Do you know why? Stephen, do you know why?
No, David, please tell me.
It's because we're going to be painting the minis from this box with a selection of professional artists from all around the world. Some of them are actually in live chat right now. So and their boxes are on the way, hopefully, fingers crossed, on the way, and they'll get them soon. But we thought we'd do something a bit different and just kind of check out the box. People are already saying, look at this fantastic artwork. It is. I mean, this is menacing. Now, we have a series where we play the Epic Encounters. I was just checking out what that thing was. My screen just flashed. Sorry. What they called, Steve? The
Expender badges.
Expender badges. I was going to say something completely different. I got to get my brain out the gutter. Yeah. Because you're going to be painting evil bastards. You're going to try and kill us, Dave. Yes, is basically yes. This is going to be the next one after we finish the Serpent God thing. We will get onto this. This is now in the queue to play. But for the very first time, we actually get to paint one. Now we're going to be doing this. The Epic British Brush Off starts next week. It's an almost weekly series with professional painters from all around the world going to be joining us. Now, if you didn't know anything about Epic Encounters, they are fucking amazing. They are about £20 a box, and this is like the party box where you have a group of enemies wanting to kill you. You can kind of see them there, and then you have a backup box, and the backup box is the boss box. Okay, and they kind of blend together. Now, this box, as you can see, I'm just going to hold. I don't know why I'm holding up. I'm going to bring the camera down because I'm in control. I can do these things. I control the horizontal and the vertical. There we go. And I'm going to zoom in so it's easier for everyone to read. Now, the box includes.
You zoomed in on the right part first, wasn't it? Because it is 5e compatible.
Yes.
So you can insert this encounter into your ongoing campaign, or play it as a standalone one shot.
Yes, you can.
Desire take you in that direction.
And inside you get a booklet with the monster stats, so you can bring all that in.
Which,
if
you have the time and the inclination, you can build in D&D Beyond.
Yes, you can. Good plug, Steve. Good plug. Now you can get these from steamforge.com. They are both located in the UK and the US, and they do ship worldwide. These boxes are fantastic. Great for one shots, great for just jumping in, and especially if you like combat. Oh my god, if you love combat in D&D games, in Pathfinder games, role-playing games, this is for you. These are really, really amazing. So this box, I'll get to it at some point.
And yeah, I was going to say, and it's not just the combat either, is it? It's got those little snippets in there to make your players lose their shit.
Yes, they have to think. They have to use the environment. They have to do everything. Now, again, I'll mention it one more time. We also have these games where we play them as well as unbox them on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/bandofbadgers. So again, please do like and subscribe. I'll finally get to it now. The box includes 15 miniatures, 15 unpainted, yet to be painted miniatures that I will be painting starting next week. That's 5 unique different sculpts, and these ones, wow, these ones are menacing. You get a double-sided game mat, you get an adventure book that gives you all the breakdown of how to play the game, how to use the minis and how to use a game mat. You get the monster stats, that's all worked out for you. And the best bit about this is where it says tips and tricks for building tension. Tension is the thing we like here the most. I love crapping my players up. And they got killed several times now. The last game, oh, that was rough. I mean, I did not hold back much, but that was rough. So
didn't hold back anything.
that is true. So Hive of the Ghoul-kin, and these are like flesh-eating mutants. Man, you have not seen anything like this in D&D or Pathfinder before. This just feels so unique. But anyway, beneath your feet, an infection brews, a plague that threatens the eternal sleep of every corpse on the continent, a plague that creeps from the abyss, craving human flesh. Graves are emptied in the night. Crypts and catacombs are tunneled into. Once places of rest, now a banquet of bodies for those who feast on the dead. Even the still caskets of the rich, those desperate for undisturbed slumber, are no obstacle to razor-sharp claws and insatiable appetites. And some say the living are next. Yes, my players to be more specific. Now, there's a I haven't got my pointy stick. I don't know where that's gone. Someone's nicked it. Oh, here we go. There we go. So here you can see there's a copy of the book. The book is like a comic book format, kind of A5. You can't really see the minis that well on the back of the box. It says what you might need: dice, character sheets, rule books. It doesn't provide any of that. Okay, so if you're playing D&D, you're not going to get the Dungeon Master's book in there. Inside the box is everything you need to run a ghoulish role-playing encounter. And this is what this is. This is Epic Encounters, an encounter in a box. You can literally unpack this and play it. So it's perfect for new and experienced players. Hive of the Ghoul-kin is ready to play right away as part of a new or existing campaign. Many powerful warriors and wise mages set forth into the Ghoul-kin's subterranean realm in an attempt to subdue the aberrant horde. None return. Can you fare any better? No. Danger, discovery, and adventure await. And I think it is just, these boxes are amazing. I've pretty much mostly got the whole set. I don't have the next one after this because I didn't get it yet. But as I say, we are painting this as part of a new brush off series starting next week. So if you want to learn how to paint minis and you want to learn more about Epic Encounters, do check us out.
I've got a couple of questions.
Go for it.
So Sean TW says, I've loved playing Epic Encounters. David's DM, do you use the tips and tricks for tension building and storytelling? I only ask as you're an experienced DM and I'm guessing you go off menu. So
yes,
the tips and tricks are in the book. Are they good for a starter DM?
The tips and tricks are, there's some generic ones about how to set up the tension and atmosphere of the environment that the heroes are in. But also more specific tips and tricks for these maps. So they say that when players enter specific areas, trigger these events. It's very much environmental. If you like playing computer games with environmental changes, night becomes day, fog comes in, sounds and smells and things happen, you're going to love these stories. They're quick, a few hours, and you can be done, and you can feel really, really good.
Then we've got a question from Under Corpse. Up to now, what has been your favourite Epic Encounters thus far?
Baron has already kind of answered it. It's not Ogre King, it's the Orc King. Hall of the Orc King is by far my favourite. It's orcs riding polar bears. It is amazing.
There was an epic scene with some flaming arrows and explosives in that one that hasn't been met yet in terms of sheer mayhem. but I did enjoy just getting horrendously stuck on the first one we played.
Yeah.
The kobold one, where we got into the we got through the village with some stealth. We had a bit of a fight, got inside, went downstairs, and just got completely hammered by that bloody lava tunnel and just splitting the party. And that's what they do. That's what the epic encounters are good at. They are good at throwing these environmental things in
Yeah.
that just leave you scratching your head, and then one wrong decision and you've lost all your resources. You're down on hit points. That's it.
Can Undead Corpses ask a question? Can these be played in video game format or only tabletop today? What do you mean? Can the maps go on a screen? Is there VTT? I think there is VTT coming. But this gives you a poster map. So everything is very physical. So hopefully that answers your question.
Having an epic encounter in Tailspire or something like that would be quite good.
That would be. I think they need to SFG need to go and check them out. So inside for the very first time as well, you get a little flyer. This is Shrine of the Kobold Queen and Lair of the Red Dragon. These were the first box sets to be released. We've unboxed them, we've played them, we've filmed them. Go check it out on our channel. We had a lot of fun doing this one. And as Steve said, I think this is the one that messed you up. You just said.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that one.
This was a lot of fun. Going for a dungeon, hiding, trying to track down this Kobold Queen for basically first level characters, or were you fourth level characters? I can't remember. Because I think we upped the level as we went on.
We'd up the level. I think it might have been fifth or something like that.
Maybe. And the idea being that this is your band of baddies, and this is their boss. So the two stories can be connected in that way. And if I flip it over, here it is. Hall of the Orc King, which is amazing. Again, orcs and polar bears. You can see them up the top there. And then that connects you to Caverns of the Frost Giant. Now that is also something connected to another video for those of you watching on Twitch that we'll be announcing in a bit as well. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, there you go. There's a little flyer. Here's the book. The book is always great. And here's the poster map, and there's all the minis. Now, let's just move these out of the way. Let's concentrate on the book for a moment. So this is about comic-sized-ish book, maybe slightly smaller. There we go. It's, 30-odd pages. It's not a hard read. Nice, big, fantastic pictures. Here's a summary of the adventure, what the heroes might get into, the crypt, some of the locations. Here's your campaign hooks. So if you're running an actual campaign and you say, look, I haven't planned anything, but my game's this Friday, what do I do? Just chuck this at them. Get some hooks, add these as rumours to your players, and off they trot. Pustules, man. It's a D6 random table. I'm not going to show you all the detail. I'm just quickly going to go through the booklet, a breakdown of the enemies. Reinforcements. Now, reinforcements is part of the tension. Quite often we see things just coming in the room and you kill it, and then that's it. Things get away. You make noise. Noise travels. Reinforcements can turn up. What do you do when there's no escape? The heroes in my previous game with the snakes, that was a hard. We did 3 episodes on one box, and that was hard. Players died. Here's one of the breakdowns of the maps. So just like we've seen in Pathfinder and D&D books, here's the map. Here's our kind of quick notes that you can say with different sections. And I love the story on this one. The little bit of story on this one of how you get into this crypt is amazing. So this is the crypt location. You can see here 1, 2, and 3. So locations 1, 2, and 3, and what they are. So 3 is these green. These are acid pools. Now the players don't know that. They might just step into the green area thinking it's green light or green slime or something, and you go, right, now you take some boot acid damage. So here's again butchery slabs, maggot farms, acid pools, the corpse chewer corral, the tunnels. Look at, the great artwork. These are the minis you get as well. This is the artwork of the minis. Hi Mike Bowles, you just joined us in. How you doing? So we're just having a quick look through this one. There's the second map. That is the Brood Sire's Lab. And there's some nightmare stuff in this as well. This is proper
So that is the
flesh-eating
order
nightmare.
you'd play it in as well, isn't it? You do
Yes.
the whichever way around it is.
So
One side of the map, then you flip it over and play the second location.
exactly. So it gives you kind of two locations in the same box, and then if you bought the boss box, the poster map also has two sides, but you pick which side you think that you want to run basically with your players. So you don't play both sides; you pick a side, unless they've changed that recently. Again, look at this artwork. Oh, I mean that is a maggot worm coming out of his stomach. That is nasty. That is some seriously nasty stuff. And that is the Brood Sire.
So on the retail page for this particular box, that mini is painted.
Oh, they painted him.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it does look horrible.
I need to save that because we're going to be painting this as of next week. Now here they got alembic contents. It's a random D6. There's some nasty descriptions in there. And when you get to the end, when your heroes survive and make it to the end, this is kind of the only flavor text they give you. And then it says, the fight has just begun. Because you then open up the boss box if you've bought it. Here's your breakdown of monster stats. For each of the monsters contained, you get all your stats. So as you know, strength, dexterity, you've got armor class, hit points, speed, everything you need. Immunities, what they can do on their actions to hit, damage, how they're going to use it. Everything you need is there. And there's even a reminder of what the mini looks like. On the back of the cover is a breakdown of all the minis that you get. But we'll look at those separately.
Baron is definitely clipping that now. The close-up of their stats.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't think about that. Damn! So there's the Stalker. Look at that.
Yeah.
I mean, that looks like something from the Upside Down, doesn't it?
It does. That
is,
or Resident Evil.
Yeah. That is horrendous. There's the Corpse Chewer. Now, the Corpse Chewer actually has a rider. Here you go. There's the Hive Warden.
That looks cool.
So, there you go. Ghoul-kin Bulwark. Oh, that's proper Resident Evil, that is, look.
Yeah.
Look at that. It is terrifying. And this is the Brood Sire. Now you get the full disgusting splendor of the artwork. Yeah, whoa. Multi-attack. 3 attacks! Right. Then you get the credits. There's the team. The game development and game writer is Richard August, who we've interviewed. We've actually met him in person. We actually finally got to meet Richard at the UK Games Expo up in Birmingham in, end of June? Start of June? Springtime.
Start of June.
He's a great guy, and when we hung out with him to do the interview, again, fantastic guy. We talking about loads of stuff that's coming up. I'm a big fan of Steamforged games anyway. God tier, Bard Song, Epic Encounters, Legendary Heroes, Local Legends.
Local Legends.
That comes out next year. I'll back the Kickstarter on that one. So absolutely fantastic. Now this is the boss. Okay, that is what you get. It's basically a giant undead purple worm kind of looking thing. That is what you get in the boss box. Barrow of the Corpse Crawler. Now again, it comes unpainted. That's all part of the fun. Join us on the brush off for more painted goodies. That's how many you get. But we'll have a look at that.
One thing that they do.
You
although
said
they
do.
come unpainted, they are all the minis are printed in different colour plastics, so you can tell which set goes with which.
Yep. So I'm not going to open up this whole thing because it's not going to fit on my desk. I've only got this bit of desk. I haven't got my other stuff out. But to show you the detail on the map, look at this. There are skulls there. There's blood splatters. These are maggots. This is how big the maggots are. The maggots are sizes of snakes, as thick as pythons. But look at that. And you get to explore this map in epic detail with your party.
whether you want to or not.
Yep. Well, if you play the game, you got to stay. Look at this.
It is, yeah. That's horrible.
And we've also got more maggots over there. Look. And then what you do, you flip the map. Da-da-da-da-da, and then you got the other side. So here we have, this is the brood sire's lab. And I'll zoom out.
I'm trying to figure out what the things are around the outside. The
Oh,
curved.
these are nasty. Look at this. Let me try and zoom in for you. People don't like this kind of thing. So this is like a fleshy cavity. Think of like a bee honeycomb.
Yeah.
So you've got these maggots inside, but all this thing is made of flesh and bone and sinew.
Right.
And then you got
Lovely.
the maggots in it that might like come out at you. Imagine we're talking Flash Gordon here. Yeah. When the guy from Blue Peter puts his arm in.
Puts his arm in the thing, yeah.
That's what we're talking about. That's the scene we've got, but it's a wall. And that could be a 6-foot wall and you got to put your arm in. And it's not like, what's that thing? The assault course when they got boxing gloves on things.
Oh, Wipeout.
Yeah, I want to do Wipeout. That's not a boxing glove. That's a like giant python maggot head with teeth, which is coming at you. Look at that. Look, they've already been fed.
But that's what you end up doing with these maps. Is you end up trying to spot where the traps are.
Yes.
Sometimes they're more obvious than others.
Yep. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. But it's a wall of flesh. Look. Oh, lots of blood. So anyway, there you go. That is that. Now let's take a look at the minis. Again, more questions. Shout them out. If you've already missed what I've been talking about, we will be painting these as part of a very special limited series called the Epic. Sorry about the noise. The Epic Brush Off. Right, there we go. This is what you get. Now, where's Dritz? Dritz, come back. Now, this is your standard size mini, okay? Wall, let's go into here. Standard size mini, if I can stop rocking the camera. Here is your standard sized beastie. Whoop. Alright. He's your standard size dude. So, he is quite terrifying. He's got these bone protrusions. He's definitely not human or human anymore. There is a maggot on the floor there. Spine protrusions on the back. He's carrying a human skull over here, look. So that is pretty disgustingly nasty.
There's quite a lot of detail on there.
Yeah, and you get a pack of 8. So you get 8 of those. Slot in right there. Now I'm going to use. I'm probably thinking I'm going to be using some Turbo Dork to give it that shifter paint's glistening skin, make him very moist and wet, make him slimy. That's what I'm thinking. But he's the same. Look, he is the same size. This is the smallest mini in the box. That is your smallest encounter. Okay. So let me zoom back in on Dritz and his friend. This is the next one. This is that doggy looking thing. The doggy looking thing. Look at that. The doggy looking thing has a large base.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, look at that. That is
a
epically
weird,
disgusting. Yeah, look.
Jointed. It's jointed wrong. It looks wrong. It's wrong.
It's wrong. It's nope is the answer. Nope. Maggots on the floor as well.
It's hard to see what the floor is, but it could be like meat or something, couldn't it?
I think it's a mixture of dirt and flesh.
Right.
So you get 2 of those in the box coming at you. So that's that one. And again, he's got little guy, same normal. He is human sized. Okay, he is normal
medium.
human sized. Then let's do this big thing. Look at that. This is it just reminds me of Resident Evil.
Yeah.
His arm is exploded. He's got 2 arms now with these massive claws. All his bone protrusions coming out the flesh. Look. Maggots on the floor. See what he's got on the back. Oh, look at that. There is a human... Well, there's a skull, basically, and a rib cage. And a spine. He's just absorbing flesh.
You see all the handprints? Just the other side of where his spine would be. You can see like the handprints.
Is it handprints or is it scars?
It might be scars. When you turn it and the light catches it, it looks like the handprint next to where his spine would be.
Do you think it's like someone on the inside?
Yeah.
Who's been absorbed?
Yeah.
Oh. It's like that frog mini we saw.
Yes.
From Dungeons and Lasers.
Yes.
Now he's modest. He's still got his pants on. I think they're pants. He's not showing his butt. He's got his loincloth. Is that?
There's more skulls around the front as well, isn't there?
I think so, yeah. Or pustules or something. But that is not nice. Okay, that is not nice. That is the same size as the dog. There he is with Dritz. Is Dritz gonna survive this one? Of course he is. Of course he is. Look at that. That's a proper Hulk, that is.
So how many of those you get? You get 2 of those.
You get 2 of these. So again, 2 of these on the battlefield. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Here's the Worm Rider. Now the Worm Rider, same size base. Let's just get that out of the way because it seems to be trying to focus on it. Let's do the worm first. That again is nasty. Not as big as the boss, but it's going to grow as big as the boss. You know it. You got to kill it now. Those like little leggy things.
Yeah.
And let's look at the rider.
And it's got some armour on it as well, hasn't it? Coming off the back of the saddle.
Yep. The rider's got this nasty looking spear.
What's on the spear tip?
I'm not sure. I don't think we're going to be able to figure that out quite yet. It's definitely a bone or claw. Is there something else there? But everything is made of like an amalgamation of flesh.
Yeah.
Flesh moulded in completely the wrong way. And the saddle, look at the saddle.
Yeah.
The detail on the saddle. That is incredible.
Says it looks like the things from Tremors.
Yeah, definitely. And so here's the best thing. And again, with Hall of the Orc King, you had orcs riding polar bears, but they could get separated. They can't physically get separated. But it's not. You're not just dodging the spear. You're dodging the worm. You have to kill them both. Okay, so you get 2 of those in the box set as well. Again, size comparison. Dritz and this thing. Oh.
It's a question from Sean TW. Are these new creatures or variants that exist in D&D?
I have not seen these anywhere in D&D. So I think they are completely new. Where previously we've had dragons, kobolds, orcs. I think this is the first time we've seen something brand new. This is not a demon. It's not a devil. This is something else. Is it even undead? It's like a weird flesh mutation. They eat dead. They eat dead bodies. They use the flesh of the dead. It's not like flesh golems and stuff like that. Here is the Brood Sire. So this is the boss of this box. It is not a bigger mini. It is the same large size mini as the others. Again, in comparison. Okay, so it's taller, but that's all. It's just got the head height, and there's Dritz as a size comparison. But let's take a. If you take a proper look at this, I mean, look at his
S-
arm.
s-
There's a,
Suddenly realised something horrible because you've called it by its name, haven't you?
the brood
Brood
sire.
sire.
Yeah.
It's actually pregnant with the worm things.
Yes. So his belly is bulging, not with just one, but several of these maggots, and they're just coming out. But like you've got metal, wood, flesh. You got the kind of Hellraiser type of hooks there. Look at his arm. That's a body.
Yeah.
And the maggots are all around. And look at that. He's got this weird hatchet.
His
Look
arm
what-
is almost like a tentacle, isn't it?
Yeah. And look at that one is. I mean, that's just again molded flesh. And it's turning. That looks like a fire sconce, like a sconce in the wall.
brazier.
And he's just using it as leg armor.
I think it's his leg because there's no foot, is there?
You are quite true. There is no foot. He does have he has a left foot. Look. And I think this is all blood. Look. I think like it seems more like a puddle or something.
Do you know that would look good for the turbo dork?
Yeah.
Just painting that in that shifting red.
And then look at his other arm. Reminds me of Biohazard.
Yeah.
He does it. He can't even scratch his nose. He's got a drill, kind of looking thing, and then he's got this hatchet thing, like a cleaver. But I can't even work out. I mean, it looks like something from like farm equipment. And look at his face. He's got his teeth, and he's got a helmet. You are not going to be able to do a headshot. I'll let you have it if you roll 3 natural 20s in a row.
Right, done.
So I think
it's the detail on the arm is
Yeah.
the best bit. You got you can see the full skeleton, the arm folded across the torso.
now again we're going to be painting these starting next week. Now you only get one brood sire. He is the boss of this particular box, and they all go back in to there. So again, once you've played them, once you've painted them, they should all go back in relatively easy. Look, just drop straight in. Boom. Dritz don't go there. He's on my shelf. I'm just going to put it right back there. So there you go. That is the Epic Encounters Hive of the Ghoul-kin. It's not king, it's kin. Ghoul-kin. I keep saying king, but it's not. By Steamforge Games. Available now.
Yeah, and
This
I
is
will just
out
put a link
now.
to their shop.
Now I don't have the boss box. I'll blame Luke for that. Because Luke didn't send me one. Alright, there we go. So, now for those of you watching on YouTube, please do like and subscribe if you like this content. We will be playing it as well, but check out our epic brush off series as we paint this specific box set of minis with various professional artists from all around the world. And for those of you watching live, you know what's going to happen next. For those of you watching on YouTube, any comments, put them in below. Tell your friends, your family, your pets, your neighbours, weird people at the bus. Let everyone know. YouTube.com/BannerBadgers. And we'll see you again next time. Bye!